Hey, it's Helen and Harley. How are you? How you going? Oh, Harley. I am here today to talk about boosted posts. Who is confused about boosted posts? When should you use boosted posts? How should you use boosted posts? That is the topic for today's Facebook Live. So all things known about boosted posts and how they can help you, and little warnings about maybe when you shouldn't use them, and just to give you some tips about if you do want to boost a post, how do you actually do that effectively. Hello Angela, how are you? Hello Tina, how are you? Awesome to see you on guys live. If you are here with me live, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. If you are watching the replay later, just put the word replay down below so I can give you a shout out afterwards. Predominantly what I do is help home-based business owners bring their business online. What are you doing, mate? We're going for the scarf. I've strategically got the scarf on my shoulder so he chose that instead of me. So I help home-based business owners bring their business online. So I talk about, there's an alert there, things like social media strategies, how to get leads online, social media branding, personal branding, video marketing, things like Facebook Lives, which has been a huge topic of discussion here on my page over the last week. I've gone through at least probably 4 videos about Facebook Lives. Why should you do them? How should you do them? Tips and strategies, to do them. And yesterday when I went live to talk about a few things, it came up about boosted posts. So how do we use them effectively? What do we need to be wary of in boosted posts? Because a lot of people use boosted posts. They don't really know what they're doing. It didn't really work. They didn't get much engagement and goes, that doesn't work. Now that's simply not true. If you know how to use boosted posts, it can actually be really effective for you. So I'm going to give you 7 tips today to sort of help you really utilize boosted posts to its advantage, but also, I guess, plant those warnings of when sort of not to use them. So I hope this information is useful to you today regarding boosted posts. Hey Miriam, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. So the number one thing to think about with boosted posts is that what is your intention of boosting a post? Why are you actually even thinking of boosting a post? A lot of people will just boost posts because it's just sitting there in front of them and Facebook's saying boost post. Or now what Facebook are doing is you might put a post up that's performing, reasonably well, and they send you a message which says this post is performing better than any other of your posts, perhaps you should boost it. So you think, in your mind, oh wow, Facebook is telling me this is a pretty good post and Facebook is telling me to boost it, so I'm going to press the boost button and boost it. But you don't really know what you're doing. You don't really know the intention behind it. So, you could be wasting your money. Hey Patricia, how are you? Good morning. Patricia said hello, Harley. He's snuggled in my neck. He's actually tickling me. Stop it. So the number one thing to have forefront of your mind with boosted posts is, what is your intention behind boosting the post? Are you actually just wanting to just sort of get more eyeballs on your content? Is there a call to action on your post that you're trying to promote out to more people? Is it just that you want more eyeballs on your, Harley, that's tickling, on your video? So what really is the reason behind boosting your post? Work out that first, because a lot of people are throwing money at boosted posts. Hey Brie, how you going? They're throwing money at boosted posts, but they're really not putting much thought behind why they're boosting it, who they're boosting it to, or really the intention behind it. So yeah, number one, I would really encourage you to, really think about what is the intention behind your boosted post, and do you really need to do it, depending on what it is. If it's something like a positive quote or something and you boost it, what's really the intention of that? So yeah, it might be a positive quote that gives people a good fuzzy feeling for the day, but what really, if you're going to put money towards it, $5, $10 towards it. What's the outcome? So if you're happy to put money towards a post like that just because, then that's okay if that was your intention. But if you want something more bang for your buck, then I would encourage you to think more strategically about what you're actually boosting. Hey Sabine, how are you? Sabine said hello, Haley. So what I would sort of think about is, what are you actually posting? So what's the intention? So what are the kind of things that you should post? So I would be, hey Peter, nice to see you. What I boost is Facebook Lives. Now, I do that strategically because, one, I give a lot of value generally on my Facebook Lives, and so I want to give more value to more people. So to boost a Facebook Live, I'm getting more people watch my videos that are learning my content. And I like to give, tips that you can actually use in your business. There is a lot of people on social media that just talk for the sake of talking on Facebook Lives. I actually like to give you training and practical tips and, pros and cons of doing things so you know how to run your business better. So my purpose of boosting a Facebook Live is to get my value, get what I'm training out to more people. So people, more people are getting connected to me, which is obviously what I want. I want to share the value around. So that would be a good idea for me to do. Rather than just boosting, like I have a lot of positive quotes on my page. You guys would know that if you've been on my page for a while, but there's not really much intention or purpose behind me boosting a positive quote, other than, it's just a nice fuzzy feeling to get a positive message out there. Now, if that's actually your intention, that's fine. But my intention with boosting Facebook Lives is to give more value to the marketplace, get more views on my videos, and perhaps people are going to be happy to share that out. So there's a real intention and strategy behind boosting my posts. So if you are doing Facebook Lives and you're thinking about boosting posts, or you've boosted posts in the past and they haven't worked, or you haven't got much engagement for them, then I would encourage you to have a think about what is it that you're actually boosting. So something like a Facebook Live where you've given great content, you've given good value to the marketplace, you've given valuable tips for somebody for their business or your product or your service or whatever it is that you're talking about, that's the kind of content that is useful to you to boost. So it's really important to think about the intention behind sort of the boost and the sort of the purpose, behind it. So that's number one. Is this making sense so far? Is this making sense? Send me some likes and loves. Just let me know you're following along here. So number two is, who are you sending it to? So you can boost a post, but if you're a little bit clueless as to where it's going, who you're sending it to, who you're targeting to send that boost post to, you're probably still wasting your money with a boosted post. So when you actually go through the process and push the boosted post button, it's going to give you some options. So it's going to give you an option. The standard options when you first do it would be people you choose through targeting. So you can send it out to the cold audience and send it out to the people that you want. So you choose. I'll go through that in a minute. The second option would be to send it to people on your page. And the third option would be people who like your page and their friends. Okay, so let me explain those briefly. So people who choose through targeting, that's a really good one if you want to get outside the people that are on your page. So this is really a cool feature of a boosted post, is if you've got really cool content, you've got a great Facebook Live, you've given really good value, you've had some engagement on it, it's like, okay, people loved that post, I'm going to boost it. So who are you going to boost it to? Now, if you've got thousands of people on your page, then you could easily just boost it to the people on your page, because you need to be aware. Let's say you've got 1,000 people on your page and you do a Facebook Live. What's the percentage of people that are going to see that, do you think? Anybody hazard a guess? So you've got 1,000 people on your page. What's the percentage of people that are actually going to see that, do you think? 5%, 10%, 50%, 90%? What do you think? Any ideas? I'll keep talking to see if anybody's comments come up. There is a bit of a delayed sort of reaction here, but I'm interested to see whether you're sort of aware of that as to, you know, your content and who it actually gets pushed out to by Facebook. Now, this is where engagement is so important for you on your page, because Facebook will send your content out to more people when you get more engagement, and the algorithm goes, ooh, people like this Facebook Live. This is pretty interesting pretty interesting information. People are commenting, and so we're going to send it out to more people. So Peter says 5%. Patricia says 20%. So we're somewhere in the middle there. So it's around about 10% of people on average, depending on your engagement on your page, whether it's a really active, Sabine 10, depending on whether you've got a really active, interactive audience or whether everyone's just sitting back because your page is new, your content is new, people don't really know you yet. There's all sorts of factors that will come into play as to how many people will see your content. But on average, it's a very low number. So if you've got thousands of people on your page and you know that not all of them are seeing your content, you could just boost your post to the people on your page, because the people on your page have already put their hand up. They've said, yep, I want to like or follow Helen's page, or both. So I know when I do a Facebook Live, and you can check this on your page, Facebook tells you how many people it sends it out to. It's called reach. So I can look at the reach of a Facebook Live and go, oh, Facebook, like I've got over 9,000 people on my page, and Facebook only sent my Facebook Live out to 800 people. You can see that. Get familiar with your numbers, guys. Get cluey with what's happening on your page so you can run a smarter business. So it might be a really good Facebook Live, and I think, no, people need to know that information because that could be really helpful in their business. So then I might boost it just to the people on my page because I want more people on my page to see it. And I might have said something that may not make sense to anybody outside of my page. Like, you might need to be on my page to understand the information. So you've got to gauge, what is it that you're talking about? What's the information that you're giving value on as to who you're going to send it out to? But I wouldn't recommend that you only send your boosted posts out to people that are only on your page if you've only got a few hundred people there. You're much better to choose the first option, which is boosting to people that, it's the audience that you choose. So, it says something like you choose through targeting. So you go through that. You choose the countries you want to target. You choose the age bracket you want to target. You choose whether it's male or female or both. And then you choose the detailed interest. Please do not miss any of those steps. If you do, your boosted post is going out to la la land, to anybody and everybody, and it's quite likely that your boosted post is going to be largely ineffective. So if you choose that option that says you choose through targeting, go through all the options. So you need to choose your countries, choose your age bracket, choose your, what was the other thing, male, female, or both. And then the key part to it is a little box that calls detailed targeting. So you need to put in that box who you want to see this boosted post. Now, if you're in health and wellness, you might choose interests like health and wellness. If you're in skincare, weight loss, network marketing, Eric Worre, Ray Higdon, Sarah Robbins, all the gurus for network marketing. Please find the information that you need for that detailed targeting section. So the money that you are putting towards your boosted post is going to your exact target audience. If you miss any of those steps in that detailed targeting, you are literally throwing your money against the wall. Okay? Am I making sense? Can you put the word yes down below if you're following me? Because this is really important information to make sure you don't waste your money. Those of you that are familiar with me, there's two things that I really dislike, and that's wasting time and wasting money. So we don't want to go to the effort of boosting a post and it not be effective, for you, in your business. So be really careful of that targeting option. But the three main options are that you can choose your own targeting, which I just went through. You can can only boost to people on your page, which is effective if you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people on your page, or you could target people on your page and their friends. Okay, so that is an option. So you got, maybe a couple of thousand people there. If you're at that stage yet, you could target, those people and their friends. Thanks for all the yeses, guys. It's nice to know that you're following along, with me here. If you've been doing this for a while, you may get a couple of extra options to choose from. One would be custom audiences, and another one would be an audience that you've already previously used. It may give you the option just to reuse an audience that you've already put in there. So that's pretty cool because it's quick and easy to do. You can just choose that selection, and an audience that you've chosen before is already there ready for you to go. If you've set up things like custom audiences, now that may be way far advanced for some of you, but if you know what I mean, you can choose a custom audience if you've set one up. So I'm not going to go into that in detail because that's sort of an advanced strategy, but it is so effective to, Harley almost fell out of my arms then. It's so effective to use for custom audience because you can retarget people that have already watched a video of yours. But that's a video for another day, and that's really an advanced strategy. So I don't want to confuse you with it. Just stick to the main three to start with. Either you choose the targeting, you choose people on your page, or you choose people on your page and their friends. Okay, so that's number 2. Who are you sending your post out to? And make sure all that information is filled out correctly so it's not going just into la-la land, in the big wide world of the internet, okay? Now, the next one is budget. How much do we spend on this boosted post? Boosted posts are not meant for big bucks. Just throw a few dollars at it. If you're happy, throw $5, $10 at it. If you really want to make an impact, throw $20 at it if you want to, but you've got to know what you're doing and who you're targeting to make it effective. So my boosted posts, I only throw $5 or $10 at them. If I've got something I want to promote, like my branding course or something like that, then I might throw a little bit more at it because it's worth my while to do that because I've got a call to action at the end of it. But if I just want more eyeballs on my videos and get more people to see the value that I'm offering in my Facebook Lives, then I'll just throw $5 or $10 at it. So choose your budget wisely. Now, when you get into the budget section, you can pull down a little tab and they've already got some preset numbers. So it might say 5, 10, 13, 17, 19, 25. So it's got some preset numbers there. You don't have to choose those. There's a little pencil underneath the dollar amount and you can just click that little amount and edit it to whatever you want. So if you want to only spend a couple of dollars, you don't like the amount that I think it defaults to automatically is 5. But if you want to press 4, just click the little edit button and put 4. If you want to choose a random number like $16, just choose the little pencil and edit it manually. You're not stuck with the options that Facebook have actually got there in front of you. So work to the budget, set a budget and don't go over it. People can get a little bit enthusiastic with boosted posts, but you can waste money quite quickly if it's not an effective strategy for you. So set a budget and stick to it. The next thing with a boosted post is duration. Okay, so how long are you going to put this out into the marketplace? So there will also be some preset time frames. So it might be 1 day, 3 day, or 7 days, something like that they give you. Hey Julie, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. They give some preset time frames, but if you want to create your own, once again, just hover over the calendar, pull down the little drop box and choose your own time frame. So I like to use either 1 day or 3 days. 7 days is a little bit too long. Unless you're going to throw a big budget at it, it's just going to throw it out to piddly little people here, there over a 7 day period. So make an impact over 1 day, or I pull down the drop down box and I'll just change the date for 3 days time. So I'm choosing my own time frame that I want to send it out to people. So once again, you don't need to be stuck with what Facebook is putting in front of you for time frame for boosted posts. You can choose your own time frame. Okay. Now, the fifth one is, so we've got 7, we're almost there. The fifth one you'll see come up is called tracking conversion. Now, for majority of you, that won't mean anything and you'll leave it blank. But if you are advanced in the Facebook world and you have a pixel and you know what that is, then you'd want to attach your pixel to this boosted post. The reason why we use pixels is to track people. So you can track people that have watched your video and then you can retarget them later. Now, once again, that's an advanced strategy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just ignore that. And if you see it on the boosted post, that heading, tracking conversions, just bypass it. There's nothing you need to do with it. You'll know what it means if you've got a pixel. If you don't, just leave it blank, okay? And then the last two things are the payment. So you need to have an account, obviously an ads manager account for this to work, and a payment method that's attached to it. So it's usually a credit card that you've set up previously, and it'll just automatically send it to that credit card. Okay, and the last thing we're doing is just pressing that boost button. Now here's a little tip for you. You press the boost button and it'll go into review. It won't be approved immediately, because everything you do on Facebook that you promote, you know, like that, Facebook is scanning your words, scanning your image. It's doing a bit of a scan of whatever it is that you are boosting. So it's going to take, you know, a little while. It could take a couple of hours. It could take 24 hours. I've had boosted posts that have taken a couple of days. Now that's unusual, but I just want to alert you to the fact that it's not immediate. They're doing a little scan. If you've got any kind of wording on there that's controversial, that's against their policies, then it'll sit in review for a long time and probably end up not getting approved. So that would be things like if your boosted post has got a before and after picture shot of someone's skin or weight loss or, you know, something like that, and you're actually paying money to push that out on Facebook, it will not get approved. I'm warning you now. Don't use before and after shots and boost them. And don't, if you're in the health and wellness space, do not use words that mention any kind of illness, ailments, health conditions. You might have a product that helps somebody with, you know, maybe there's been some success with somebody that's had diabetes or, you know, something like that. So you mention quite innocently in your post, if you're suffering from diabetes, I might have something from, you know, that will help. Facebook will slam you for that. Your ad will get disapproved, and, you know, that's the kind of thing that gets your Facebook page shut down. So please be very careful with boosted posts in the health and wellness industry in what you're promoting and what you're saying. And this is why I'll go back to the fact that boosting Facebook Lives is pretty safe, because the value you're giving is on a video, and you're letting people see you and hear you and get to know you and know that you're genuine and that you're authentic. And, you know, if you're giving valuable information, then you're being helpful to people. That's far more worth your time and energy and money in boosting a post than just a static post that doesn't mean much to somebody. Does that make sense? Put the word yes down below again if you're still following me here and you're following all these 7 tips that I'm sort of sharing with you. So just a last point on that. So you pressed, you know, boost. So it goes into review. It gets approved. Now, once you do that, it actually gives you the option, and I do this strategically. So I might pay $10 for one day. So I could have chosen, if I wanted to, $20 for 2 days. But when you choose, say, $10 for one day, and I pressed the boost button, Facebook is going to do a little bit, yes, please, Tina, if you're happy to share it, share it. The more people that are educated in how to use Facebook properly and things like boosted posts, it's very beneficial to people, because we don't want people to waste money or time on promoting their business on Facebook, and boosted posts is one of those areas that people often get wrong. So if you're happy to share, Tina, I would really appreciate that, and I'm sure there's other people out there that will appreciate you doing that as well. So anybody that's happy to share, please share. So I pay $10, just follow me here, stay with me. I pay $10 for one day. So I've chosen $10 and I've chosen one day. I press the boost button. Facebook is going to encourage me to spend more money. So it's going to give me options to increase my budget. But what it does give me, it'll say, would you like to spend an extra $3 for an extra day? Yes, thank you. I'd like to spend $13 and boosting for 2 days than choosing $20 for 2 days originally. So don't be too quick to spend all your budget straight away. Just choose your budget, do it for 1 day, and if you want a longer period of time, press boost. Wait for those options to come up because there'll be cheaper options for you. So, you know, I know that I can spend $13 and it'll go out for 2 days, 2 whole days, instead of $10 in 1 day. So I actually press the boost button first and wait for those options to come up. So yes, they're encouraging me to spend more money, but that's actually cheaper for me to do that than choose $20, you know, to go over 2 days. Does that make sense? Now, the other thing I want you to, thank you, Tina, for sharing. And yeah, thank you for asking. But please, you don't need to ask. Any of my content, I'm happy to be shared out, and I'd rather people get the information. When you do set your, you know, your budget and your time frame and stuff like that, just keep an eye on a little, it tells you how many people on average that it's going to send out, you know, per day. So it could be a range between 700 and 1,500 people. And you'll notice the more money that you throw at it, the higher that range you'll get. So then it might be 1,000 to 3,000 people that it's going to send out to. So you can gauge that by how much money that you want to throw at it as well. So there's just another little tip. So there's 7 things to watch out for regarding, you know, boosted posts and, you know, just how to do it properly, the different areas of the boosted post that you need to, you know, take into consideration so you're not wasting your money with boosted posts. People try boosted posts all the time and they go, it didn't work. Well, I would ask, did you really know how to use it to your advantage? And what were you boosting in the first place? So send me some likes and loves if this has been helpful in relation to boosting posts. Now, Harley, I've got to drop him again. Come back here. How do you bend your neck like that? Now, I don't know if any of you've noticed. Harley, stop it, please. I've got a little emoji that I'm attaching to this page. I've rebranded slightly, and I really want to create a community here, a community of you guys. And so I've chosen a little palm tree as our little emoji for this page here. So if you're happy to adopt the palm tree emoji, when you jump in and saying hello, say hi and put the little palm tree emoji next to it. So I really want to create some community here and I really want to look after you. I'm upping my game more than I already do. I'm going to give you training 5 days a week as of next week. It's all going to be free. I just want to give you more content training. There's a lot of people training out there, but they're doing a lot of talking. They're not giving you a lot of actionable sort of items. So I really want to bring that to you guys. If you're happy to stick with me, adopt the palm tree with me. Let's create a community here of home-based business owners that are trying to build their business in the modern way. This is what it's all about. Thank you, Tina. That's awesome. The first palm tree. You know, what it's all about is helping people build their business in the modern way. Social media is not going anywhere. Oh, Patricia's got 4 palm trees. I love it. You know, Facebook's not going anywhere, and people with a home-based business need to learn how to use social media to their advantage that's not in a spammy way. So I'm here on a mission to help the industry use modern strategies rather than old school strategies. So I'm bringing it in the future. I'm glad that, you know, hey James, how are you? You're happy to be part of my community here. And if you feel part of the community, use the palm tree and drop that when you come in on my lives in future. I would appreciate that. So, hey, Angela. So thanks for being here with me live today, guys. I won't be on live tomorrow, but as of next week, I'm going to be giving you training 5 days a week, guys. So the beginning of the week will always still be a personal sort of development topic, something to help you be a better version of yourself. I'm not going to stop doing that because that's really valuable information for you in relation to, you know, it's a huge part of the success of our business. And then training. I'm bringing the goods. So I will see you guys next week. Thanks for being here with me, guys. Keep the palm trees up. And Harley and I are signing out for the day. Yay. See ya. Oh, what's going on? Harley's just woken up. See you guys. Have an awesome weekend and I will catch you next week. Bye.